So what all things are there? What all domains are there? Out of which, what is artificial intelligence? First, you should be able to differentiate the data science and then artificial intelligence and then big data and then cloud computing and then legacy computing. Then only you will get to know, or else if they ask something, then you will be confused with some other thing. Because that's why we should understand the subtle differences between each, and then we will focus completely on artificial intelligence. Okay.
Okay.
So this is all about our data industry. Nothing else is there. So this is all about that. Can you make out anything out of it?
Yeah. Out of it, we can say that under a broad umbrella, artificial intelligence comes the machine learning.
Yeah.
So to have a more greater insight of data, the neural network was developed. And,
Okay.
so again, that neural network is divided into this deep neural networks, and there is CNN and RNN.
Okay. So now, what is artificial intelligence? So what is the difference? Next question is, what is the difference between artificial intelligence and then machine learning?
Like all comes under artificial intelligence. So it's a branch of machine learning is a branch of artificial.
That's fine. But what is artificial intelligence?
It is trying to replicate the computer to work as humans.
Then machine learning also does the same thing. Neural network also does the same thing. DNN also does the same thing. CNN also does the same thing. RNN also does the same thing.
Machine learning is machine learning is actually like we are training the machine, like feeding them with enough amount of data, make them learn and replicate the work. Neural network is kind of they are thinking of their own and doing the work. Like
okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Not be taught.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. But the thing is, all are doing the same work at different levels, at different intensities. But what is the difference between artificial intelligence and these things? Okay, to understand, to get what exactly it is, then you should continue this session. So,
okay.
Now, can you differentiate data science and artificial intelligence? And can you differentiate data science, artificial intelligence, and big data, and then cloud computing?
Yes, to some extent. Maybe you can give your own.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on it as of now?
Yeah, that's what, as I said now, that's all is what I have. That data science is the overall branch of everything together. This artificial intelligence, machine learning, neural network, everything comes under data science.
Okay. So basically, yeah. So you whatever you said is for some extent it's right, but in completely we cannot say that's right. So okay, we'll just look into it. So initially we will look into it, and then we will enter into each and every domain that is comes under the overall data industry umbrella. Okay. So we'll start with data science. So basically, in a simplest way, data science is nothing but you get the data, you gather the data from somewhere. It may be raw or it may be structured, it may be unrelational, whatever it may be. You get the data, do some processing, and then make some insights out of it, and then finally whatever insights that you have made, make sure that you have used for your business development. And to do that, you have to communicate with your higher authority in your office or in your business organization. This is all about data science. For that, what kind of tools you require, whether you require artificial intelligence, whether you require SQL, whether you require some other tools, all that we will see later. But from the picture, what you can understand is some amount of artificial intelligence, some amount of machine learning, some amount of neural network is also used for the data science. But artificial intelligence is not the subset of data science. That's what you have to note the point. Data science is a different, completely different aspect or different domain. Your artificial intelligence is a completely different domain. That for data science, see, what is data science? Data science is nothing but, in another way, a professional way of calling data analysis. Means data analysis just ends after doing analysis, whereas data science, you extract the insights from it. After that insights, you use it for better purpose of your company, and you communicate with your bosses. So the overall processes together are called data science. So for that, do you need machine learning? Do you need neural network? Yes, you need some extent. Even for the data science, we use some models, some algorithms, but that too to only do some kind of analysis. For example, see, simple example I will give you. You have you have a company, maybe pharmaceutical company. Okay, pharmaceutical company. So now you want to tap into new markets in Tamil Nadu only. You are specifically located in Chennai. Now you want to tap into new markets around Chennai, in other districts around Chennai. So for that, what you have to do, you have to start working on market research. You gather data from there, and after that, you just find out all patients and their historical diseases and all. So from that, you wanted to categorize that patients, so that you will decide what kind of medicines are going selling more, so that I will target with this kind of specific medicines to that specific locations. That is your plan. For that, what you have to do, you have to classify. For that, you have to classify your data, whatever data you have. So you will convert into different classes, so that you can target. So what is this? This is data science. But what algorithm you are going to use? You are going to use some classification algorithm from machine learning. That's it. So from this, what you have to understand is, all machine learning is not a subset of data science. A bit of machine learning is used by data science. Data science is a separate domain. Machine learning, neural network is separate domain. So it should be clear first. Okay. Then after that, we will enter into what exactly is data science and what is there, which tools we use, that we'll see. But first thing is, data science uses a bit of machine learning, a bit of neural network. That's it. The game is over. Then we will enter into artificial intelligence. So you said artificial intelligence and machine learning, there is a bit of confusion. So my question is, what is your, I think Meenakshi, what is she studying now? Fifth?
Pradiksha is in grade 4. Meenakshi is 2 years, 3 years.
Okay. So she's second grade, third grade. Okay, that's the class name. So out of which it will have some subjects. They will have physics, no, some other Tamil language and some other things. Yes. So like that, artificial intelligence is a methodology or principle or a concept. That's it. Nothing else. Artificial intelligence is a concept or a principle or a discipline. That's it. It is like you have studied 10th class. 10th class is the name of the class you are studying, whereas you will have a subjects in it. Like that, artificial intelligence is a discipline under which actual things will be there. So this is an abstract thing. It is not a concrete thing. It is just a concept. Like for us, agile methodology in IT, agile methodology is a methodology. It is not concrete thing. Means you will not have anything to do on that methodology. But when you want to work on, when you want to use that agile methodology for your project management, you will use Kanban boards, you will use Scrum. So that, like that, artificial intelligence, when somebody asks you, tell me the artificial intelligence algorithm or model, you just tell them there are artificial intelligence is a discipline or a concept under which we will have some other models. So I can tell you those models, but for artificial intelligence, there are no models. That's what you have to answer them. Because artificial intelligence is a discipline, because 10th class, 5th class, 4th class, 6th class, similarly, artificial intelligence is a class under which you have a machine learning, under which you have a neural network, under which you have a deep neural network, under which CNN and RNN. It is like, so as thus far it's clear what is artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So now what is artificial intelligence? To understand, it is very simple. You have a machine and a human. So the principle or the discipline of artificial intelligence says mimic the human as it is, if possible. Exactly. So how human thinks and how human acts. There are two aspects. Human thinks, and now they want to make your machine as the way human thinks, the way human acts. This is artificial intelligence. Now, just a minute. I'm getting some call. Hello. ಸರಿ ಅಣ್ಣ. ಸರಿ ಅಣ್ಣ, ಬಾ. ಅದು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅಣ್ಣ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ದಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ವಾಲ್ವೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಣ್ಣ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಣ್ಣ. ಇನ್ನೂ 1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಮಂಚಪ್ಪನಹಳ್ಳಿ. ಹೊಸಕೋಟೆ ದಾಟಣ್ಣ, ಮುಂದೆ. ಸರಿ ಸರಿ. Okay.
Voice is breaking.
Yeah, just a minute. Now it's audible. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, is now audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then where is this? Just a minute, I'll share. Visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we are in artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a concept or a discipline or principle. So it says try to make a machine that can think like human, that can act like human. That's it. This is the simplest definition I can make. Just think like human and act like human. These are the two things. Now, to make a machine to think like human and to act like human, there are different levels. Those levels are machine learning, neural network, deep neural network. As you are going down, your machine inches towards human way of thinking and acting. Got it?
Yeah.
In machine learning, it is far from human way of thinking and acting. It is completely rational. Whereas neural network, it is little closer. When you enter into deep neural network, that is CNN and RNN, it is almost closure. But still, it is a weak artificial intelligence only. It is not a complete intelligence, because that is the reason. Because see, very simple. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, these are very, very easy. You should look into it in an exact way. See, simple. The logic is very simple. First is artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is, it is a concept. What it says we will try to make a machine that can think like human and act like human. That's it. So now to do that, we need to write some algorithms. Yes. So that's why we started writing algorithm. So initially we wrote machine learning algorithms. In machine learning algorithms, what happens? In that we have separate, but in machine learning algorithms, these neural networks, deep neural networks, supervised, everything comes under machine learning only. But initially when we start, we have written a simple algorithms that actually cannot completely think like human and act like human, but still somehow they try to copy that or mimic that. Whereas if you go down to neural network and deep neural network, they somehow almost they somehow almost mimic the human. So basically artificial intelligence is a discipline, it's a concept, whereas machine learning is algorithms. Only we have machine learning algorithms under which we have plenty of types. As we go into the machine learning algorithms, we will be inching close towards mimicking a machine as human. Got it?
Yeah.
So that is artificial intelligence. So when somebody asks what is artificial intelligence, you can tell them this is just a methodology, or this is just a concept or a hypothesis, a proven hypothesis. Like that you can tell. It's just a concept. It's not an algorithm. That you should remember.
Yeah.
It is just a concept. So then we will see machine learning. So now under which the action starts. If you want to make a machine close to human, you need to write some algorithms. So we started writing some algorithms. So these are machine learning algorithms. We have supervised, unsupervised, and then reinforcement. And then in the same machine learning, we also have a neural network. Okay, these are all comes under whatever algorithms are there that are related to artificial intelligence. Everything comes under the umbrella of machine learning, but depends upon their capacity. They are divided into a different segment or different group. For example, if you take neural network have a capacity to mimic the human. Almost close by, very closely it can mimic how you think. Similarly, neural networks thinks. Whereas supervised and unsupervised, they are far from thinking like us. They just follow one condition. Those are supervised and unsupervised. Whereas neural network, they are almost close. That is the reason. So they are subdivided based on the capacity that can think like human or act like human. Almost how much capacity they are having. So that is machine learning. So machine learning have these kind of algorithms. Whatever algorithm that comes under artificial intelligence are all of machine learning algorithms only, but their capacity varies. Clear?
Yeah.
So now neural network. Now we came to neural network. So neural network is sub-branch of machine learning only. But what is the difference? The difference is very simple. Whereas how the algorithm works, how the processing takes place. In machine learning, by and large, they simply follow the same some conditions. If it is supervised, if it is unsupervised, they themselves learn. But whereas in neural network, a completely new concept enters. how your brain, how a human's brain communicates with different parts. The similar way you try to copy or mimic the human neural network. The same way how our neurons, our neural network works. Similarly, we used a different, we copied that neural network and we try to mimic the neural network. So we will have a different layers of neurons so in it. So that's why without giving, without classifying the data, so you can actually, the system itself, the algorithm itself actually can do all it works, because so it is actually doing a trial and error method and it is learning through that method. So it is almost close by, it is inching close towards a human, from machine learning to neural network. When you say neural network, it is close by to human. So next, in neural network, again there are sub, one is basic neural network. Here we will have only 3 layers of neural networks, and then whereas if it is deep neural network, you will have more than 3. So that is the reason they actually think better and act better, similar to the human. And in deep neural network, so here again, deep neural network and basic neural network, PNN and DNN. So deep neural network is nothing but a deep learning. So what is the difference between a basic neural network and deep neural network? That we will see exactly in further slides. Here, what you have to understand is the number of layers that data is going to pass through is the only difference. If it is a basic neural network, only 3. If it is a deep neural network or deep learning, you will have a more than 3. So that's why their accuracy is better. But they require a high processing computer. But they'll give a very efficient artificial intelligence application. So now in that deep learning, we have 2 types again. Those are called convolutional neural network, CNN, and recurrent neural network, RNN. CNN is used for the computer vision. So that is the sub of CNN, and similarly RNN is used for the natural language processing. So this is all about the algorithms that comes under the artificial intelligence, that comes under the branch of artificial intelligence. Clear?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
to summarize again, artificial intelligence is a concept or theory or a law.
I got that. I got a good idea.
Yes. So under which machine learning, neural network, everything, as you are going down to the deep neural network, it is making your machine close to way of human thinking and human acting.
I got that part.
So now CNN, RNN, and computer vision. Okay, just a minute. And NLP. So done. Now, before completely going into that, so what is big data? Have you heard? Yeah. So now we don't discuss much about this. See, normally before the data was not huge, and then not variable, and the speed at which it used to come is also very less, because almost stationary data. But these days, when you open Netflix or when you open your Amazon or Flipkart or anything, so everywhere the data is huge, very huge amount of data. And for example, if you take Flipkart or Amazon, the people who are using it is huge, humongous. That is the reason the speed at which the databases, the computers receive a data is also very high. And then obviously the data is not same, because see, if you take Flipkart or Amazon, you're going to get plenty of, for example, forget about that. You take Facebook. If you take Facebook, you will have a textual data, you will have a image data, you will have a video data. So you are having different types of data. To store different types of data, is it possible to store in normal databases? Do you think so?
No.
So that is the reason they came up with a completely new concept that is called big data. So where what it is, everything is different. So the system they use for the systems they use for the processing and then to store the data, it's completely different. So big data doesn't mean the data is big. Big data means three: the data, the speed at which data comes should be high, and it should be variable data. It should be that means image, text, video, and it should be huge. If any data has velocity, variety, and then different type of volume, velocity, volume, and then variety, then only it's called big data. So normally that's the big data. Clear? So now what else left is traditional data. So it is simple. So for example, if you take in your hospital, you get a normal data and then you will store it in X, Y, Z, X, and first column, second column, third column in Excel sheet. That's the simple normal data. So you can do operations. See, for example, to do any activity in data science or artificial intelligence related machine learning models, you need a data. So this data can be two types. That is what my intention. Either it is a traditional data or big data. If it is a traditional data, you can do that normally in your computer. If it is a big data, then you require a completely new kind of systems. And so now we are entering into the main aspect. Now, how do you do all this operation? That's my question. Either data science or machine learning algorithms. How do you do? Where do you do?
There is some like IDs.
Okay. You need a computer. Yeah, you need a computer. That's what you're trying to say. Yes, you need a computer to do all this. If you do it simply in your office, install some infrastructure, install databases, install everything, and then buy some server to store some data somewhere. That is called legacy computing. Okay. In spite of that, if you go for everything, whatever infrastructure till now we have spoken, if you buy all these things, all these resources in cloud, somebody will provide this, then it is called cloud computing. Because cloud computing is also a sub part of legacy computing, because finally whatever it may be, you should operate through your computer only, because cloud computing is nothing but you will have an interface. Through that interface you will operate your computer, but for that you need a computer, na? So that is the reason. So now it's clear what is the cloud computing, what is legacy computing. See, this is all about our data industry.
Yeah.
So nothing much. So to summarize, you need a normal computer to do some operations, and then data science and artificial intelligence, all these activities you can do either in legacy computing or cloud computing by using traditional data or big data. So this is all the overall picture, broad picture of the data industry. Now, if you just we will look into the data science, what it consists of. So this is our data science. So basic definition of data science, just read and understand. It combines scientific method. Scientific method is nothing but, for example, if you get any, if you have a problem, take some marketing company, their sales are reducing. So then business intelligence guy will tell, so this could be a problem. So they will write a hypothesis, and based on that hypothesis, they will collect the data, and after collecting the data, they'll processes the data, refine the data, then do some analytics, and then finally they will create a story and they'll present it. This is all about data science. That's it. Finally, they present a business insights. So for that, what they use is maths, statistics, specialized programming, Python, or advanced analytics. For advanced analytics, they use machine learning algorithms or models from artificial intelligence. And for story, okay, next we'll see what they use. So what they use: mathematics, statistics, and scientific method. SQL, they use to mine the data. Mine the data to get the data. And then they use machine learning and deep learning models, some, not all. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they use machine learning and deep learning model, some of the machine learning and deep learning model for the to get the insights. And then they write some applications like automating the activities and all. For that they use. And finally, communicating the story. And finally, solving the problem. This is all what data science is exactly. So now, just in a brief, you will look into the data science life cycle, how it works. First, what you do, capture the data. How do you do? If you have a data in some other website or something like that, you do Python and do web scraping, or you can manually enter the data also. That is the first step. And after that, prepare and maintain. So here what you do is, whatever data you have gathered, in that data you'll clean the data. If there are any duplication, you just remove the duplicates and then reformat the data. You set the data properly so that you can use it for the analysis. And then pre-process and processes. Here where we'll try to find out, for example, sales data we will take. In sales data only, sales are reducing. You have taken the historical data at different locations. Now you will do analysis of the data. So you will find some pattern. Okay, this is some pattern. Okay, from March to April, it is reducing. And then again, April to June, it is increasing. For that, you need some machine learning model or something. So that is what processing it. And then analyze. And then present it, insights. So this is all about the communication. Finally, present it to your manager. Or so this is what the data science life cycle is. Next, what all tools we use? One is Python or R. So now, what is cloud computing? So now, if you do everything in your local systems or on-premise computers, it is a normal